Well, first, congestion pricing, now fare hikes. Commuters in New Jersey say they can't catch a break after New Jersey Transit on Wednesday unveiled its new budget proposal, which includes 15% fare hikes for bus and train riders, starting as early as this July if approved. Rates would also be bumped up by 3% every year after that for the foreseeable future. The proposal is the rail agency's last-ditch effort to stave off a $100 million budget hole without cutting service, as nearly $4 billion in federal pandemic relief money dries up and ridership remains below pre-pandemic levels. The proposal would be the first fare hike in nearly a decade, but not if outraged commuters have their say. Senior correspondent Brenda Flanagan reports.
They need to help us instead of taking from us.
Fatima Kone commutes into New York on NJ Transit and slammed its proposed fare hikes as unfair and unaffordable. The agency says it needs the money to fill a roughly $100 million budget hole in the next fiscal year. But Kone told advocates taking rider surveys at Newark's Penn Station,
It's always dirty. It's not convenient. And then raising the price on top of that, that's ridiculous.
They are not happy. They are not happy with the service that New Jersey Transit is providing right now, and they are certainly not happy with a fare hike of 15%.
Here, a proposal that does not put riders on the chopping block.
A gaggle of progressive advocates denounced NJ Transit's plan to keep the wheels rolling with a 15% fare increase starting July 1st, plus another 3% hike every year after. The agency blames sagging ridership, flagging revenues, and lapsing pandemic aid that will push it over a fiscal cliff in less than 2 years. But what can riders afford, especially low-income families that depend on NJ Transit?
These will have a huge impact in the communities that we serve on a daily basis.
This is a lot of money to ask riders to pay, especially at a time when New Jersey Transit is faced with a near $1 billion operating deficit by fiscal year 2026.
The agency runs with a built-in structural budget deficit, so these fare hikes won't come close to closing its gaping budget abyss.
This is also just a Band-Aid solution to a structural problem. New Jersey Transit's problem is that it has never had a dedicated funding source, unlike several other agencies of similar size across the country. What this does is just kick the can down the road.
No doubt NJ Transit and the Murphy administration expected this furious reaction. It's entirely predictable. Lawmakers have watched this fiscal crisis coming down the tracks for years and made political calculations.
But this budget will make it 5 straight years of no fare hikes.
From one budget to the next, neither Murphy nor the legislatures ever swallowed that poison political pill.
A 6th straight year of no fare hikes on NJ Transit.
But now the proposed fare hikes eliciting strong protests from lawmakers. Senate President Scutari said, "We simply cannot rely on everyday commuters to carry the burden of NJ Transit's $1 billion deficit." Senate Minority Leader Bucco predicted fare hikes will only make it harder for our already financially strapped transit riders to make ends meet. The governor vowed, "We will continue to pursue additional avenues to respond to NJ Transit's fiscal needs." As for solutions,
we call on the legislature and Governor Murphy to invest in public transit and reinstate the corporate business tax.
The governor let New Jersey's corporate business tax surcharge expire January 1st, citing a political promise to the business community, even though it could have raised $1 billion a year. Lawmakers could also raise New Jersey's sales tax back up to its 2016 level, 7%, but that wouldn't be popular either. How much leverage will Transit's looming fiscal collapse exert on tax-shy legislators? The governor's office noted he's kept his promise to hold the line on fare increases until the agency improves. Murphy told financial analysts last week,
"We have, in many respects, fixed NJ Transit through the customer's lens, reliability, safety, confidence, on-time performance. But we now are going to have to tackle what is a growing fiscal challenge, and we're working on solutions there."
NJ Transit plans 10 public hearings the first full week of March and expects to get an earful from its riders. In Newark, I'm Brenda Flanagan, NJ Spotlight News.